Hi, everybody. We'll get started in a bit. We're just going to give it a minute or so, wait for everyone to come into the webinar.
Hope everybody's having a good Monday, another start of the week. If you guys have major questions, we do prefer the Q&A session, the section below. Any resources that Nicole and I think are helpful right now, we'll put in the chat, but anything can be directed towards Q&A.
Give it a little bit more here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here today. My name is Nicole Tefingchen, and I have my colleague Vanessa Lewis here as well. So we're going to present for you. This is mostly just your time to ask any questions you have about the Cal State application, which the application closes on December 4th, as you know. So we'll have a brief presentation for you, but mostly this is your time to ask any questions that came up during the application, or maybe you haven't even started the application yet and you just need some pointers. We're happy to assist wherever you are in the process. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So this is a bit of a time frame, a timeline, so you can stay on track to understand what it looks like after you put in the application on December 4th. So after you submit your application, you will be getting a confirmation from Cal State Apply stating that you applied. You'll get information from them, and then you will also get, within the coming weeks or so, you'll get information from Cal State Fullerton about your login information, so you can log into your student center. And logging into your student center is important because you want to stay up to date with any holds or to-do list items that our Office of Admissions asks of you. And then between the time frame of December 4th, after the application closes, through April 1st, is when our admission decisions are made. So if you haven't heard back anything within that time frame, continue to keep checking your student email, your student portal for any updates, because if you are admitted, say you get that admissions notification that you were in, congratulations, you will have to accept your offer of admission and pay a $250 enrollment deposit to secure your spot for fall 2021. And so after that is a couple more deadlines. So the most important deadline following that would be on July 15th, when official transcripts are due. So this is when we want to see all the courses, everything that you've completed, leading up to that time frame, where we want to see those official transcripts with all your grades posted, so our admissions can have that on file as well. Okay, and as we know, Cal State Apply, it opened up October 1st and it closes on December 4th. And so you'd go to calstate.edu/apply. And the extended profile. So this section is also very important. We wanted to highlight this because this can be a section that a lot of students can make some minor errors on, depending on if you put in the wrong goal objective for your degree that you're obtaining that you want to go for, or information about yourself. You want to, if you're a transfer student, you want to indicate that you're transferring from a community college. If you're a first-time freshman, you want to make sure you're putting in all that accurate information within the extended profile. So make sure everything is correct in that section. And then, so this is what it would look like right here. So for first-time freshmen, your degree goal. So if this is your first bachelor's degree, of course, right, coming from high school, so you'd put graduating high school senior or equivalent, with or without college coursework prior to high school. However, if you have taken college coursework, say at a California community college, then definitely when it asks you, have you taken and earned college credits, you want to put yes, because the following questions in the application are going to ask you to put in that California community college that you took that course or a course or two, and you want to mention that because so you can get your units in for that and credit for it. And only answer yes if they were taken at a community college. So if it's an AP or IB course, that wouldn't count as college credit, okay? So you want to make sure that you're answering that very carefully. And for our transfer students, so Again, first bachelor's degree, and it would say which of the following best describes your current educational status. So you'd put that if you're receiving an associate degree to transfer. So this is a specific associate degree with agreement with the California Community Colleges to the California State University system, where if you're pursuing an AAT, Associate of Arts to transfer, or an AST, Associate in Science to transfer, you want to indicate that, because again, that has specific benefits to it. If you are aware of your associate degree transfer, you get the 0.1 boost in your GPA, you get that guaranteed admission into the CSU. It might not be the CSU that you apply to, but you will get redirected. Say if you don't get into Cal State Fullerton or any of the other schools you apply to, they will connect your major to your associate degree to a bachelor's degree that's deemed similar at a different CSU, so you get a secured spot somewhere. So again, with the benefits of that, if you want to know more about that, definitely connect with your community college and see if you are pursuing that or not. Usually if you are, you would know, but that is what you would list. But again, if you aren't doing that, you don't have to, check that in, but you can just put in that you are just transferring from a community college. And then it will ask you, how many college credits will you have earned when you enroll at the CSU campus which you're applying? So we only accept upper division transfers, meaning that you have 60 or more semester units. So you'd put that you have greater than or equal to 60 semester. And then that's when you put in all those courses, college courses that you've ever taken during your time in college, so we can give you that credit for it and make sure you're getting all that info in. Okay. And some helpful reminders here as you're going through this application. So please review the application. Make sure that you are going through every section carefully. You inputted I would say the academic portion is very important, the academic quadrant, because you want to make sure you're putting in all the accurate courses you've ever taken semester by semester. And then it also says to be considered for the application fee waiver, you must be a California resident for more than 1 year and a US citizen or someone without lawful immigration status who qualifies for an AB 540 non-resident tuition exception. So depending on the information that you're putting in the application, you may qualify for a fee waiver. If you do qualify for a fee waiver and say you apply up to 4 schools, you can get those up to 4 fee waivers. But if you don't qualify for it, it is $70 per application. So when you're creating your account, please use an email address that you always can access. You have the login information, you check it regularly. And for our freshman applicants, you're going to report all the courses that will be used to satisfy your A through G subject requirements. If you want to know which ones those are for the CSU you're applying to, you can just go and look at the articulation list that we have listed here on this website, and that will give you a reminder of those A through G courses. And again, our freshman applicants who have college coursework taken at a California community college, you want to report all the courses on your college transcript used to fulfill the A through G subject requirements. For our transfer applicants, you want to complete the transcript entry section by entering all courses. This includes repeats and non-transferable courses. So for our freshmen, again, this is going to be all of your A through G courses or California Community College courses that will count for A through G. For our transfer, you're going to put all of the college courses you've taken. And for terms that are in progress or planned, select progress planned as grade or completion status if you're still finishing up classes for the spring coming up. So if you need assistance with inputting coursework, Cal State Apply, where you go to apply, is a great website because this actually has a help center where you can, there's a live chat, you can ask questions in the live chat, you can review these guides. They have freshman coursework entry guides, transfer guides, application guides. So, review this, review any, because your question might be in there, but of course, you're doing a great thing by coming to this webinar today because hopefully we can answer any of those questions that maybe you weren't able to find online, but the application guide is very helpful. The application help center is very helpful. And of course, we have a YouTube channel that we developed. So this YouTube channel, we've developed videos where a webinar like this, once we finish it, we typically put it on our YouTube channel. So our YouTube channel has a lot of great webinars on here, that videos you can watch. So there's 4 quadrants to the application. So, your personal information, the academic history, program materials. So all of those different quadrants, we actually have videos you can watch and, take notes on and get information that maybe you might be missing, and that they're very helpful. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's CSUF Outreach and Recruitment. And we are always, updating that with information to help you out as best as we can. And so these are the quadrants that I was mentioning, and we have the video tutorials on them. So quadrant 1 is about your personal information. Quadrant 2 is the part that I would say is probably takes the most time, because you want to make sure you're putting everything accurately by semester, very carefully. So that's the academic history section. Quadrant 3 is supporting information, and quadrant 4 is going to be on program materials. And we have videos on it again through our YouTube channel. And here again is deadlines. So we're very big on deadlines here, because we want to make sure that you're getting in all the you're submitting the information that our admissions will ask of you. So once the application closes this is for our first time freshmen here. So once our application closes on December 4th, on February 15th, that's when you are required to complete any documents on your to-do list. So remember when I was mentioning how after you put in your application, you'll get login instructions to go into the student portal. That's where you'll have a hold or to-do list section. So make sure you're checking that, know what the school is asking of you, any documents you need to submit, typically, official transcripts or whatever they're asking of you. Again, May 1st is when that you want to accept your admissions offer, and you pay the $250 enrollment deposit fee. And if you were admitted after April 15th, you have 2 weeks from the date of admission printed on the admit letter to accept your admissions offer. And so on May 1st, this is when you'll also check your CSUF email. And this is when orientation is called Titan orientation programs. This is when they will also be sending you information about, time to go to orientation or sign up for it and go through the modules. And they have step-by-step guidance on what you need to do to get, go into the orientation process. And then your official high school transcripts with the graduation date are due on July 15th. So that's when we want to see all the courses that you've taken in high school, all the A through G, officially posted on your transcript. Again, on July 15th, if you have your AP scores, IB scores, CLEP scores, so those are when the deadline is due, if applicable, if you have those certain scores. And then for our transfer students, again, same for transfer students, the application closes on December 4th, and any required documents on your to-do list would be February 15th. And March 22nd is when, if you are pursuing that associate degree to transfer that I was mentioning, this is when we want to see that your school, typically the California Community College that you are attending, you will let them know that you're pursuing an associate degree to transfer, so they can mark it as in progress or completed if you have finished it, but in progress typically, that they will notate that on your transcripts. So there's a process through admissions where your school will electronically send it to our admissions stating that, yes, the student is in progress for an associate degree to transfer. They should be finishing it up, by the following semester, by the time the official transcripts are due. So everything is, making sense. It's all adding up for our admissions to put together an admissions decision for you. And then again, on May 1st, accept your admissions, pay your enrollment deposit, same $250 enrollment deposit. And again, if you are admitted after April 15th, you have 2 weeks from the date to accept your admissions offer. And then on May 1st, to continue checking your email as well, same information that I was saying. So orientation as well for our transfer students. And so you are staying up to date with all of that. So you know which classes to register for. If you have any questions for advisors, that's typically the process through orientation. Those are some of the steps that you'll be able to within your academic college, and however way your academic college will be having their orientation and advising sessions. So keep track with all of that as well. And that's on Titan Orientation Program's website. And again, July 15th is that hard deadline again for your official college transcripts. So there's 2 ways you can send them. You can send them through mail, and then you can send them through electronically. Admissions does prefer them electronically. So if you are going to do that process, start that process with your college that you're transferring in from, so they can electronically send your official transcripts. Okay, and then we have fall admissions guides. So we have admissions guides for freshmen, and then we also have them for our transfer students. So if you are a first-time freshman, please, all these deadlines that I just talked about, they're actually straight from our admissions guides. So these are available on our Outreach and Recruitment website. So they're very helpful. They keep you on track with all these deadlines, so because that's, again, very important. Make sure you're checking everything, your emails, your to-do list, deadlines. Make sure you're, setting a reminder on your phone or your calendar so you know when to prepare to start gathering this information, because this is information that our admissions wants to know and needs to know so they can make their decision, admission decision. Okay, and you can find them again either on the admissions website or on the outreach and recruitment website. And we have, as I was mentioning, so our webinar series, this is the last one for fall. We've had a great run with our webinar series, from financial aid to admissions information. So we've had so many different type of webinars. So please check them out. They're recorded, they're uploaded to our YouTube channel. And we look forward to continuing possibly having these type of webinars. They were very helpful for our students. So thank you again for being here today for this one. This one is the last one for mostly Q&A time. So we'll get to that soon. But you can just scan this QR code, which will take you to our webinar, fall webinar series page, where you can see all the ones we've had before. So if there's one that interests you and you missed it, we'll just redirect you to our YouTube channel so you can watch it. And if it's not on our YouTube channel, I believe you can just sign up through Zoom, and you can just watch it on demand. You'll get a link to it. And then follow us on social media. We have our Instagram at CSUF Outreach. CSUF Transfer Center has a Instagram as well. Very helpful information weekly. We're always updating you on all this information to keep you on track. So please follow us so you get these daily reminders. And now it's time for a Q&A. So we will get to all of your questions. So let's check the chat.
We can start with the one that our other CSU representatives have helped us with. So we can say it out loud for them. So the first one was, are unofficial transcripts sufficient for admissions decision? The response to that was, as a part of the admissions process, you would actually need to send in official transcripts. That is actually put in the chat as well, how to download the admissions guides for a transfer student and for a first-time freshman. It's going through fullerton.edu/OR. You can download them. They're clickable, any links that you need on there. But as our other CSU rep was responding to you, the student center is going to notify you when to send your official transcripts so they can look through all the information. Something to keep in mind, especially for transfer students, if you have attended let's say you attended Orange Coast College and then you attended Santa Ana College, you do need both official transcripts. So any classes you have taken, whether it's online or in person, you need to send that in. And it's going to be official transcripts and not unofficial, but always keep checking your student portal, hold into do section to follow everything that the communication is saying from the admissions office or financial aid. When you're in those two sections, you can always click a small link that says details, and then you click on a certain section you want to learn more about. It'll tell you how to send it, who to contact. So that was one of them.
Okay, and really quick before we get to the other questions, I am going to stop the recording just for privacy. Say you have a question that you don't want recorded, so we can have this time for Q&A. So I'm just going to stop that. So thank you again for watching this. This would be uploaded to our YouTube channel. And again, please reach out to Outreach and Recruitment if you have any questions. Thank you. So I'm just going to stop this.